Hey y'all, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to make 3 really awesome, simple, but beautiful Christmas crafts. All right, y'all, so I had seen this craft, one similar to this, on Facebook. It was a Facebook reel, and I was scrolling, and I caught it, and I can't remember who it was, because then the cat jumped in my lap, and the kids were aggravating me, so I scrolled away from it, and I can't remember. But the person was gluing it to the candle. Why would you do that? Because then you got all this, and then you... Anyway, I'm going to glue it to a candle holder, okay? So this candle plate, rather, and I think this came from Walmart. I've had this for a while, but I do think I got it at Walmart. So these little miniature Christmas ornaments, these came from Dollar Tree. You can see that these are the small ones. So I have some of these, and we're just going to hot glue this around the plate. Now, if you want to, you can back this up with some E6000. If you don't want to use the hot glue gun, whatever you want to use. For me in my house, we shall use the hot glue. So first off, we're just going to take the ends off. We're going to get glitter all over ourselves. All right, so let us put a big old, I think this is heated up enough. I'm going to put a big old blob, and you want to glue the ornament so that this is pointing straight up, okay? But I'm just going to glue these all the way around. And like I said, just make sure that the top here, the opening is facing up. All right, this is what we have so far, and the 16 ornaments did fit perfectly. I was short one of these shiny ones. So, you know, I didn't get them alternated around exactly as I wanted to. But this right here is the part that did not have the sparkly one. I'll just let that face back. You know what I'm saying? It's all right. So now what we have, these little trees. These are 3 in a pack, and they came from Dollar Tree. Look, and they have these cute little peppermints on the bottom. We are going to be cutting these off, okay? And then I'm going to set them to the side because I can use those in another craft. So kind of like a 2-for-1 with these little trees here. So let's get these open, and I have my handy dandy wire cutters. So let's see. What I want to do is cut these off. And like I said, I'm just going to put these in a bag, and I'll set them off to the side. And we'll use those for something else. So let's see what the back looks like. Yeah, I can cut that down even further if need be. I may not need to. Let's get this blob of glue off here. Blob of glue is removed. All right, so which way do we want front? Okay, so now I'm just going to put a blob of glue here, and then we're going to stick this tree down inside these little ornaments. Like so. Just like that, and I'm going to hold this in place until the glue sets up. All right, so that has set up. Now we're just going to do this. Now what I want to do is I want to alternate heights of the trees, I think. So I'll just cut the bottom off of that one. Let's get some of this glue off. But I'm going to be alternating these like in every other ornament, okay? Every other ornament, I'm going to put these big trees. And then when we come back and fill in these, I'm going to cut the tree in half, I think. I think that would look better. So I'm just going to fill these in, and I'll be back. I don't want to cut these in half to make them shorter, you know, so that we can alternate sizes here. And my printer just turned on for some reason. Okie dokie. So anyway, I'm just going to cut right here. And once again, I'm going to set this off to the side because I'm going to save these. And let's see, this will be absolutely fine. So let's not touch that tree right there because like I said, that glue has not set up. And I'm just going to take it and just put it in the ones in between. Now hold that in place, and I'm going to do that all the way around. All right, this is what I have so far. Isn't that pretty? Now, I have tons of Christmas candles, okay? And I get them after the holiday when they go on clearance. I've probably got 40. Every bit of 40 candles that came from Dollar Tree, not Dollar Tree, Walmart last year, okay? And this one with the color, I think will go okay with the pink. All the rest of them are like really bright colors. But anyway, I have some of this buffalo snow. I'm going to put just a tiny little bit in the bottom here. Now listen, don't put a whole lot in there. I just, in case, you know, somebody looks over it, I just want to have like a little bit of something Don't put a whole lot in there because then you don't want your candle to, you know, be off center like that. I'm putting just a tiny little bit. But just make sure that whatever you put in there, if you do that at all, that's just something I'm doing for my house, that your candle still sets flat, okay? So then, because you can see it down in there, and you can see it like when you look through here. But anyway, this beautiful little candle holder ring thing is now ready. I'll take a picture for you. You're going to see that here in a second. Let's move on. Okay, I have two Dollar Tree items here. Why is this here? Anyway, two Dollar Tree items. This is an oil warmer. You put your scented oil here, and then you put a candle here in the back, and it heats it up and releases scent. And then this is just a vase. But anyway, I'm going to be using two different types of adhesives, my trusty hot glue gun and some E6000. And take off the label, because the label police will come after you if you don't. You hear that? There they are. I'm taking it off, but take the label off. You use hot glue to stick things down to give you immediate hold, and then the E6000 is going to give you long-term hold. So we're going to put the E6000 on here, and don't mix them together because then that weakens the bond. I've said this a gazillion times, and y'all are probably sick and tired of hearing me say it, but don't mix the two together, okay? It just weakens the bond, and then eventually it's just going to make a big old mess. Oh. This is clogged. Nozzle's clogged. Hold on. Don't you just hate when your nozzle gets clogged? It's painful. All right, so I'm just going to put some E6000 on here, and then I think we'll go over here. I'm just putting it around the edge because that's what's going to come into contact with our warmer here. Let's put the lid back on this. And then I'm going to use hot glue here. If it overlaps a little bit, that's fine, but you don't want to like mix them all together. I don't know who decided that was a good idea. Okay, now we're just going to set this down in here, and I'm going to hold that in place until that hot glue sets up, and then it should be sturdy enough for us to continue working with it. Okay, I think this has set up enough for me to continue working. So this greenery here, these little sprigs, this came from Hobby Lobby. I thought they were really pretty. $2.99 each, but they were on sale. So I always say, whatever store you shop at, try to catch the sales when you can. So I'm just going to cut some of these pieces off, and then we're going to be gluing them around here. Let's see. How do I want to do? Do I just want to glue the whole darn thing? You know what? I could do that. I want to see if I can just cut this right about here, praying that it doesn't fall apart, and then we'll glue it on. Okay, so I cut that end off, and this is wired, okay, so that you can bend it around. I want it to fit the shape of this, okay, but yet I don't want it to hang down and cover up this beautiful snowflake. So let's see, you can just kind of, I'm trying to not put pressure on that because, you know, the hot glue is holding it in place, but it's not the strongest bond. Not until that E6000 sets up, okay? So I think, whoa, Nelly. Let's see. Let's just put the hot glue right around here, shall we? And then, of course, I'm going to let that hot glue set up, and then you can go back and back it up with your E6000, okay? And when I say back it up, I mean you let your hot glue set up, and then you go back and just kind of put in blobs of the E6000. So I'm just going to fit that right around there and hold it in place until that sets up. And I'm going to do the same thing with this other sprig over here. Like I said, not letting it hang down to cover up this pretty snowflake here. All right, so that is glued in place. And I know somebody's going to say, well, why didn't you put those ugly stems on the back and wrap around the front? To me, these got like a little spindly towards the ends, and it didn't look as good. I don't think it looked as good. But you do whatever you want to do. You can start at the back if you want to. I'm just taking just a couple of these little leaves and just gluing right here. And then I'm going to stick a berry on it. And you're never going to know that I started up here in the front. Okay, so I'm just going to glue these leaves on there. And then I'm going to cut off a few of these berries and stick on there. And that will be that. Okie dokie. So I'm very happy with how this has turned out so far. Let's take a look at it. I think it is beautiful. Now, I have these LED lights. These are going to be too big to go inside the warmer here. You're going to need one of the smaller ones. But I'm just going to let it so I can kind of cram it in there anyway for the purpose of the video so that you can see kind of how it looks when it's lit up for the photo. But I'm going to take just a little bit of this buffalo snow. I know y'all probably saying, y'all, you ever use that for everything? Because I like it. And it gives cushion to your candle. And see, it raises it up a little bit so that you can see it. Okay, so just wipe this off here. Like so. And just turn this on, and then you can just plop it right down in there. These flames here are very squishy, so that when you get ready to take it out to turn it off, you can just grab the flame and pull it out. Another reason why I use the buffalo snow, to give it a little bit of height so that you're able to reach your candle. But anyway, just put this down in there. That is that. And we are moving on. All right, super easy craft number 3. I got this fishbowl from the Dollar Tree. I've tried to take the label off, but you know what? It's being stubborn, so I'm going to leave it on. Here come the label police. Yep. All right. It's the 4.9 by 3.9 size. I have these little ornaments and 2 of these little tiny trees. I wanted to do 3 trees, but honestly, I don't think it's going to fit in there. So let's say I just pop the end of it off, and that, I don't like the way that looks. So I'm going to try to cut it off, which of course is going to leave a gap there, but you're not going to be able to see it, I don't think. Let's do that. Yeah, and you're really not going to be able to see it at all. Okay, let's get this crap out of the way. So I'm just going to glue down 2 little trees in here. One right there. Okay, and then glue his friend here right beside of him. Ta-da! I'm probably going to have to trim off the top of these trees. Let's see. Yeah, then that'll fit right there. But how cute is this? Did I say that this came from Dollar Tree? Yeah, the ornaments came from a Dollar Tree. So let's just glue that right down there. That should be stuck. And back with my friend Buffalo Snow. I know, I use this all the time. Whoa, Nelly! I made an avalanche. That's too much. That's too much. I got excited. Y'all know I love my Buffalo Snow. All right. There we go. That's better. Bless his heart. Heavy-handed with the snow. All right. Now I got these little hats. These are from somewhere. Hobby Lobby. I was trying to think for a minute. Where did I get these? I got these at Hobby Lobby last year. But you know what? I've been in Hobby Lobby since then and seen their Christmas stuff. And they have them again this year. So, they still have them. Now let's see if I can Why is this stuck? I'm going to try to very carefully. I might have to cut that. Let's try these. I'm going to try to take this ribbon off without causing too much damage here. Trying to be very gentle. I might can try to dig that out with some scissors or something here in a little bit. I ain't too concerned with it. So let's set it on top. Yeah, I'm going to have to trim the tops of these trees with my wire cutters. Okay, I did manage to get that little piece. Oh gosh, I got it all over me. That little piece of ribbon out of the top of the hat. And I just used some little thin pliers there. Okay, my phone cut off once again. So I have these lights from Dollar Tree, these little wire lights. These are not, like they're standard, like how they're usually thick and have like the green wire. These are thin, which I think is going to work out better for what I'm going to attempt to do here in a minute. But I want to put a light in this, but I want it to be on the underside of this hat. I'll show you what I'm talking about here in a second. So I'm just going to set the hat there to try to see where the battery pack needs to lay. And then I'm really not even going to unwind this wire. I'm just going to try to keep it in a circle like so. And then I'm going to stay still. I'm just going to glue it to the underside of the hat, okay? You're probably thinking, why are you doing that? I'm going to show you why here in a second, because we're going to glue the hat to the top of the bowl. And I want these lights to stay in place. And I didn't want the lights to be on the bottom, okay? So I'm just going to glue this to the underside of the hat and be back. You know, hot glue doesn't stick to glass very well. This is just to try to keep the hat in place in case you have cats, dogs, and feral children running around. They're not going to knock it off, okay? So I'm just going to set this here and then hold it in place, and see the line from the battery pack is running out the back here. Now, as far as hiding the battery pack, just stick it behind it. Nobody's going to see it. They say something about a battery pack. Be like, well, how do you think the lights come on? They don't just come on by themselves. Okay, let's try to fix this a little bit. And then you just turn your light on, and there you go. So I'm going to let this set up. And then, of course, I'm going to have a nice photo for y'all so that y'all can see it. But that is it for the 3 crafts in this video. I hope that you enjoyed them. If you would, please give it a thumbs up. Click subscribe. Check me out on other forms of social media, the links to all of which will be in the description box down below. And I will see y'all next time. Bye!